So I follow Rainn Wilson's Soul Boom podcast on Instagram, and I saw this post that I shared about this guy who basically pit spirituality against the Word of God or the word of any religious text. And I don't think that it's fair to do that. One, everything in life is spiritual. So somebody saying that they're spiritual is not really saying anything new at all, because all of it is spiritual. Two, Jesus said that the words I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life. Whether it's the scriptural text, whether it's poetry, whether it's the Declaration of Independence, your favorite book, autobiography, or whatever, words themselves are spiritual. So I don't like when people say, oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, like they're doing something, because they're not. You know, even people that use the Bible to justify slavery or tear it down, like they were talking about in the video, at the end of the day, it's all spiritual. So you just got to be aware of people that say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, because they're not really doing anything. They're just making it sound like they're doing something when they're actually not. Spirituality is in everything. Me eating is spiritual. Me doing this video is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. You can't say that you're spiritual and use that to write off the Bible, because somehow the people that used it for their uh, own purposes used it in a carnal sense. It just doesn't make sense. And at the end of the day, people that pit themselves to be spiritual because they don't adhere to some kind of religious um, framework are really fooling themselves. And I think that what main people mean when they say I'm spiritual is that you have nothing that you adhere to. And even when Jesus said, except your righteousness exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, who were ultra religious and went according to the Pentateuch and the Torah and all this other stuff, he took it a step further. And if you truly want to call yourself spiritual, the requirements of a truly spiritual life make the requirements of religion pale in comparison. So I'm just tired of this whole comparison being made between spiritual and religious. And spiritual people want to get up on their high horse like somehow, because you say that you're spiritual, you're better than the person who adheres to a religion by a book, whether that's the Torah, the Bible, the Talmud, the Quran, or whatever. Like, just because you say you're spiritual, it doesn't mean that you're better than the person that adheres to a tenet of a religion at all. It might just mean you're undisciplined at the end of the day. So there we go. There's another video, I think number 3 or 4 of today alone. Just because you say you're spiritual, it doesn't mean that you're better than anybody. Everything is spiritual. Everyone is spiritual. Even if they don't believe they are, they are. It doesn't require your belief to be what you are. Life is spiritual. And so, religious text or not, all the affairs of life are spiritual. I don't know how else to say it. It's all spiritual. And, you know, the people that want to believe that will. The people that don't want to believe that won't. But at the end of the day, you can't get around anything by saying, oh, I'm spiritual. You just can't. You just can't. You just can't.